We're at the A.F.B.A. Bluegrass Festival here in Wind Gap, and Louie Setzer and Appalachian Mountain Boys are with me. Welcome to Sudzin Country, Louie.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Good to have you. Heard your name for years, and by golly, we got you today.
Well, I'm glad you came to see me.
Let's talk about who the Appalachian Mountain Boys are and who plays in the band, and we'll talk about your latest project, which is in my hand.
Okay. Well, I got Ron Penskill on bass, and he's basically the band manager. He does everything for the band. Basically, I show up where I got to play and do the show, and Ron does everything else. And George Campanelli on the banjo. He's from the Philadelphia area. He's been playing music with me for quite a few years. And Jeff Proper, he's from New Jersey, Toms River, New Jersey. And then Nevin is the latest band member, and I can't even pronounce his last name.
Okay.
But he plays the fiddle, and he's just really coming along. He played like 6 shows with us now. So,
I watch you guys play here. I'm impressed.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Sounds good. Who did you pattern yourself after a little bit? Because you sound like a hard driving.
Well, I always respected Jimmy Martin's music.
You can't get better than that.
And then more for the ballad kind of things, I always liked Mac Wiseman.
Oh.
And
you got some great people to go behind.
Oh
yeah,
God. Yeah. So
the best there is, right there.
Yep. They're wonderful people. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I'm the guy that founded the Appalachian Fiddle and Bluegrass
I was just going to say that here. I
Association.
just came into that. Yeah, one of the founding members in 1973.
Yep.
How did you come about that?
Well, when I first started playing bluegrass music in 1970 or 71, I played country music with my brothers, and I went to a bluegrass festival. Somebody told me to go to a bluegrass festival because of my voice, and they said, boy, you could really sing this stuff. So I went to one, and then I come home and I quit my brother's band playing music, and I found a couple of musicians in the area here. And then every time I wanted to play bluegrass, I had to drive to Philadelphia or Wilkes-Barre, somewhere, because I didn't know anybody. So what I did, I said, you know what, I'm getting tired of traveling all the time, and I only live 2 miles from here.
Wow.
And I said, you know what, I'm going to start something up. Yeah. So I started jam sessions in my house, and then little by little, more and more people were coming. It was too big, so we rented a hall in the area, started having it there. And then we started our first festival at Klein's Grove years ago. And this property became available, so we decided to buy it.
How many acres are here, if you don't mind me asking?
I think there's like 32 acres here. I think that's what it is. And I know since I left the association after 12 years, and they had acquired more property at that time. Wow. So somewhere around 32 acres though.
So this is bluegrass heaven in the summer, man.
Oh, it's
Don't
beautiful.
Get better than this. Let's talk about Louie Setzer right now. Here, the name of the album is Wish I Was There.
Yep.
Talk to me about some of the songs here.
Well,
and how this came about.
The title song is I Wish I Were There, and we recorded that, and that was written by my nephew. He's married to my niece, and he likes bluegrass music. He plays a little bit, but not that much. But he's a real good songwriter.
Right.
And he wrote this song for me 2 or 3 years ago, and we finally decided to go and cut a CD. So we did, and I said, I couldn't think of a better song than an original by my nephew to put on the CD, and we're getting such response from it.
What other songs are on here?
Well,
I recognize that one.
Which one's that?
I Saw You From Heaven.
Yeah, that's Mark
my buddy Mark.
Yep. And I didn't realize they were doing this at the time, but I went into the studio and recorded that. I asked Mark if I could, and he was, really happy that I was going to record it. And after I was done, the engineer had Mark come in and do tenor over my voice on that. And I didn't even know he was doing it until I got the CD myself. And it just turned out beautiful. His harmony and everything. Mark Miklos is such a good entertainer.
He comes up to the radio show once, maybe 4 or 5 times a year to visit me, because he lives right by us.
Yeah.
He's in New Jersey, and he lives right by us. What, Leather Edge and Black, that's an old tune.
That's an old Mac Wiseman tune. My mom used to play these old 78 records around the house. Yeah. And to be honest with you, when I was younger, my teen years and stuff like that, I used to tell my mom, will you please turn that junk off?
Yeah.
And it's ironic, I ended up singing.
You are singing that junk.
Yeah. And
quotes,
and
junk.
the thing was, like my mom, she loved Mac Wiseman.
Yeah.
And when I started playing, I had to play a couple shows with Mac, and I took my mother to meet him. Well, she was tickled pink just to meet this man.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You've been compared to Pickers such as Bill Monroe, Flanton Scruggs, Stanley Brothers, instantly comes to mind. When they talk about you, these are the people that jump to somebody's mind here, you know, my mind too when I hear you. That's why I said, who do you pattern yourself after?
Right, right.
You know, that's
well,
not bad.
I do like the traditional music, the old ballads and stuff like that, because we try to please everybody in the audience. Like some people may not like our fast, hard-driving bluegrass music, but they like some of the ballads.
Exactly.
And they'll come out, and we get, half the time we walk into a place that we're going to play, and before I even set my guitar case down, I've got people coming up saying, will you sing this or will you sing that? And it's really an overwhelming feeling to be that well known.
What do you think of the way bluegrass is going today with all the progressive neo bluegrass, progressive bluegrass?
Well, myself personally, I'm not taking anything away from it.
Right.
I love traditional bluegrass music. And the new stuff, these guys are fantastic music. The musicians that are out here today are unbelievable, especially the young people. They're, you know, I know kids 12, 13 years old. They're fantastic banjo players or fiddle players. It's amazing. And they play this new grass, up-tempo type stuff.
That's
and personally, I am not crazy about it, but they still are good musicians. And you know, I got to hand it to them. They're really, really something else to listen to.
How has your stage show changed over the years?
Basically, it's about the same.
How often you change your song list?
That all depends. The thing is, I can sit at home or get with the band and learn 20 new songs. But we walk into a festival or somewhere, everybody wants to hear the stuff we've already done. So it's kind of hard for us to sneak a new song in. So we do it like one at a time. Like I just did that brand new song today.
I heard you do that new song.
Right,
Yep.
and we just started, we did that last week for the first time. And got an overwhelming response from it. So I said, okay, now we're gonna do that song. But now I probably got 10 more that I want to introduce.
All right.
But it's
One
hard
at a
to,
time.
yeah, I
One
do
at a
one
time.
or two in a weekend.
I hear you. Of all the albums you've done in the past, how is this album different?
This is done professionally in a studio. And the other one, the first CD we come out with was a live performance when they had the anniversary festival here. They invited me and the band back. And we came and did that, and that was a live CD. And then the second one was a TV show, and we made a CD off the TV show music, but we got the DVD back there and the CD to go along with it if somebody's interested in it. But this just seems to have more quality than the rest of them.